Adora was tired of being invisible. In a world where likes, shares, and followers decided your worth, she wanted to be somebody. Every day after work, she strolled through Instagram, watching Lagos influencers pose in designer clothes, eat in fancy restaurants, and fly abroad. She dreamed of that life, but her own account barely scraped 120 followers, mostly family and old school friends. One night, as she lay in bed staring at her phone, she whispered to herself, "I need more followers, whatever it takes." Those words would open a door she didn't know existed. The next Saturday, Adora wandered through Balogun Market looking for fabric. While huddling, she overheard two young women talking in hushed tones. "Have you heard of Mamugo's bag?" One said. "You pay her and followers will flood your account." Adora froze. She turned towards them, pretending to inspect a wrapper, but every word hit her like a drumbeat. Followers. Fast. Real. The second girl giggled. Her followers don't just like your posts, they make you important. Adora didn't care how strange it sounded. She knew she had to find Mamugo. Mamugo's shop was a narrow stall hidden deep in the market. Strings of beads hung from the entrance and the air smelled of incense. An elderly woman sat behind the wooden counter, her eyes sharp and knowing. "You seek to be seen," Mamugo said before Adora could speak. Adora swallowed. I want followers." Mamugo's wrinkled lips curved into a slow smile. She reached under the counter and pulled out a small black leather bag. "These followers will never leave you," she said softly. Adora didn't understand the weight of those words. "How much?" Adora asked. "No money," Mamugo replied. "Only a promise." "What kind of promise?" Adora frowned. "That you will never turn your back on those who follow you." It sounded harmless. "I promise," she said quickly. Mamugo handed her the bag. It was surprisingly heavy. "Tonight, place this under your pillow. By morning, you will have what you want." Adora clutched it to her chest, her heart pounding with excitement. She didn't see the shadows that shifted in the corners of the shop as she left. Adora woke up to her phone buzzing non-stop. Overnight, her followers had jumped from 120 to 15,000. She laughed out loud, scrolling through notifications. Likes, comments, shares. People she had never met were praising her beauty, begging for skincare tips, calling her queen. Her chest swelled with pride. She posted a selfie in her new dress, and within minutes, it had over 3,000 likes. She didn't notice the strange reflections in her mirror, faint shapes hovering just behind her. At first, Adora thought it was her imagination. She kept seeing people she didn't recognize, in her hallway, across the street, outside her window at night. They never spoke, they just watched. One evening, she tried to film them, but when she checked her phone, the footage was empty. Her account hit 50,000 followers. Brands started reaching out. Money flowed in. She told herself the watchers were harmless. After all, wasn't this the price of fame? Her friend Ifeoma noticed something was off. "Ada, you've changed," she said over lunch. "Your posts, they feel fake, and you always look tired." Adora brushed her off. "Jealousy doesn't look good on you, Ify." That night, a DM appeared from a private account. You promised never to turn your back on us. She ignored it, thinking it was just a troll. But deep inside, something cold stirred. Adora was invited to a high-end influencer event in Victoria Island. She wore a gold dress, her phone live streaming her entrance. But when she looked at the video replay later, she froze. In the stream, a crowd of faceless people walked behind her, whispering in unison. No one else at the party had seen them. The watchers started following her in the day too. At Yaba bus stop, in ShopRite, even in church, always silent, always close. She stopped going out without makeup, afraid someone would see the dark circles under her eyes. Her follower count passed 100,000. She tried to confide in Ifeoma, but her friend laughed. Maybe you are just paranoid. Adora wanted to believe her. In desperation, Adora blocked hundreds of accounts, hoping the watchers would go away. The next morning, she found scratch marks on her bedroom wall and muddy footprints leading to her bed. Her phone pinged. We said never turn your back. Her heart raced. For the first time, she wondered if Mamugo's gift was a curse. She returned to Balogu Market, determined to find Mamugo, but the stall was gone. In its place was an empty space and a torn piece of black leather. A nearby trader shook his head. Mamugo, that woman has been dead for years. Adora's stomach turned to ice. Her life became unbearable. She couldn't sleep without hearing whispers. She couldn't eat without feeling eyes on her. Even her mirror showed dozens of shadowy figures crowded around her. The money and brand deals didn't matter anymore. She just wanted her life back. She booked a flight to Abuja, thinking distance would help, but the watchers boarded the plane with her, invisible to everyone else. When she landed, they were waiting at the airport gate. There was no escaping them. One night, she heard a rustling sound. The black leather bag, which she had kept hidden under her bed, was moving. She opened it. Inside were dozens of glassy human eyes, blinking slowly. A faint chorus of whispers filled the room. You promised. Desperate, she begged. What do you want from me? A figure stepped forward from the crowd. Tall, faceless, clothed in black. We want your life to be about us, it said. Your joy, your pain, your breath, all for us. Terrified, Adora agreed. She posted more than ever. Personal details, private moments, even her tears. Her followers grew to 500,000. But every post left her feeling weaker, as if the watchers were feeding on her. One morning, she caught her reflection smiling when she wasn't. Behind her, the followers were no longer shadows. They were solid, pale, and countless. They weren't following her account anymore. They were following her soul. On her 28th birthday, Adora sat alone in her apartment. She tried to post a celebratory video, but her hands shook. The watchers surrounded her, whispering endlessly. You promised never to turn your back, they reminded her. Years later, Adora's account still posts daily. Perfect photos, glowing captions, but no one has seen her in person. Some say she moved abroad. Others say the followers took her completely. If you ever get a DM promising instant followers, think twice, because in Lagos, they say Adora still walks, always surrounded, never alone, forever keeping her promise. Hello, my lovely viewers. Hope you enjoyed this story. If you did, please do not forget to click the like button and also subscribe to this channel. And also, if you learned a lesson or two from this story, do not forget to leave a comment in the comment section. Bye.